Let me bring myself to stage and take down this iconic intro. You hear our virtual tour music, you see the virtual tour background, and then there is me. Hi everybody, welcome and glad to have you here. You know, iPhones should just be able to set up a new passcode and be done. I have this for downloading new apps and stuff like that. But anyway, let's roll on. We are live on tour. Let's do what we do. So we're going to start with Chris Harrison and Bachelor Nation. Real quick here. Let me get this here. All right, so this comes to us from Entertainment Weekly. Chris Harrison says that he's grateful he left The Bachelor. It wasn't healthy. I knew I had to remove myself from what became a very toxic situation. The former Bachelor host Chris Harrison is glad that he exited the franchise back in 2021. The reality star who hosted the day competition for 19 years to part of the series after sparking heavy backlash when he defended Bachelor season 25 contestant, Rachel Connell, for attending a plantation-themed sorority party in college. On a recent episode of Bachelor Nation alum Jason Tarek Trading Secrets podcast, Harrison described the entire experience as a very toxic situation. What I went through was tumultuous. I don't wish on anybody. It was horrifying on a lot of levels and something that I prayed to God my worst enemy never goes through, he explained. But with that said, I knew I had to remove myself from what became a very toxic situation. Harrison issued multiple apologies and took a temporary hiatus from the series in the aftermath of the interview. While he expressed hope about potential return to the franchise, he ultimately left and was later replaced by Jesse Palmer. While speaking on Tarek's podcast, Harrison called the controversy a difficult situation, but know that he probably could have figured it out. We could have all figured it out, but I had to remove myself from the toxic situation. And I'm proud of the decision, he said. I'm proud that I handled it the way I did and still looking at the show as a blessing because it changed my life on so many levels financially. Of course, it changed my life, changed my kid's life. Harrison went on to further praise the show for all the friends and adventures it gave him over the years. I hold those things dear. It was a blessing, changed my life, but at the same time, I'm also grateful that I'm gone. He said, that's a relationship I don't need to be in my life because it wasn't healthy. He also swiftly denied any chance of returning to the series in the future, suggested that it had started going downhill following his departure. Once I left, people started taking their shots at the champ, and they succeeded. Now there's competition. Now there's shows that are in the zeitgeist that are being talked about. And they're getting press that we used to get, he said. It's hard to survive when you don't have those eyeballs anymore because people will talk about another show. Harrison also made that he wasn't quite prepared to leave when he did. I had to mourn the loss of something that I didn't intend to exit then. I would have probably soon, but not then like that. And so there was a mourning a loss there. I had to realize, like when I left my marriage, take your time, don't jump back into the next relationship. That's not the band-aid that's going to heal that wound. He continued, I did have so many offers to get right back into the game, but I realized pump your brakes, man, take some time. I wanted to make sure that my family was good. I'll be honest, I found love because of that. I had to find love for my wife, Lauren. I really enjoyed falling in love. I really enjoyed that journey. I gave myself time to let it breathe. I think that's probably the reason we're married. So, what do I have to say on this? Chris Harrison is a legendary host. He is. But I also feel in the same token like what he did was absolutely wrong, right? So, for those of you who don't know who Rachel Connell is, she was a contestant on the first Black Bachelor season with Matt James, right? And so she went to a plantation slave party. I'm going to pull up the audio on my phone so you guys can hear it. Let's see here. Rachel Lindsay, Chris Harrison.
Rachel Lindsay,
Chris Harrison.
Rachel Lindsay, Chris Harrison.
Try and find the extra interview here. Let's see. I'm trying to find the interview. Okay, I think this is it.
I want to talk about the season, though. So there's a lot to uncover when it comes to the season because I feel like there's so many rumors flying around. The promos are out. We're starting to get a sneak peek into how this season is going. How would you compare this season of The Bachelorette to other seasons? Is there more drama? Are there more fights? Are there more scandals? What's going on?
You're definitely starting to get some clarity as to how this season goes. Ding. This is a season unlike any other, and I am very sincere about this. It is on many levels. Obviously, how we shot it, where we shot it, the way we did, what it took. Claire having to sit on the bench for 6 months and wait, kind of recasting because we could and because of the pandemic. There are so many things that are different coming into this season. And then how it unfolds is explosive, as I say in the promo.
Yeah, let's get into that, Chris. So we're used to you saying it's the most dramatic season.
Oh, here it is. Okay? This is the one. My bad.
Buy the new one that took 600.
So I'm gonna let y'all listen to the interview because I think the interview needs context.
99% of those raw materials.
What are your thoughts about Rachel Kirkconnell and the allegations attached to her?
A couple of things. First and foremost, I don't know. I haven't talked to Rachel about it. And this is, again, where we all need to have a little grace, a little understanding, a little compassion, because I've seen some stuff online. Again, this judge, jury, executioner thing where people are just tearing this girl's life apart and diving into like her parents voting record and what it's unbelievably alarming to watch this. I haven't heard Rachel speak on this yet. And until I actually hear this woman have a chance to speak, who am I to say any of this? I saw a picture of her at a sorority party 5 years ago, and that's it. Like, boom, like, okay, well, this girl is in this book now, and she's now in this group. And I'm like, really? Okay, well, there goes.
The picture was from 2018 at an Old South antebellum party. So I think, when you hold
that under the lens.
It's not a good look.
No, it's not a good. Well, Rachel, is it a good look in 2018 or is it not a good look in 2021?
It's not a good look ever because she's celebrating the Old South. If I went to that party, what would I represent at that party?
I don't disagree with you. You're 100% right in 2021.
Hey, Nikki News, welcome in.
That was not the case in 2018. Again, I'm not defending Rachel. I just know that, I don't know, 50 million people did that in 2018 between, it's like that was a type of party that a lot of people went to. And again, I'm not defending it. I didn't go to it. We are not looking under the same lens. And that is, again, the grace and the compassion, the understanding with this girl at, I don't know how old she would have been back then, have thought, historically, this mansion's.
So that's a little bit of the interview. Now, for those of you who don't know what an antebellum party is, I'm gonna just give y'all some history here. The antebellum period is defined as a time between the formation of the U.S. government and the outbreak of the American Civil War. So I'm gonna click some images here. And so that's antebellum, right? So I'm going to see if I can bring it up here. Rachel Kirkconnell. Now, the antebellum party that ended up happening was at a sorority down south. And, with the antebellum party, here is Rachel here. This is the party here. What is an antebellum party? Right here. So, Lord, okay. So it says here, Rachel and her fellow partygoers chose to specifically romanticize the antebellum South had only been about wearing period era clothes and having fun, the more innocent aspects of the past, the focus would have been on those things instead of explicitly on a time when black slavery was legal and accepted. Furthermore, it has come out that Rachel and other party attendees through the antebellum party, in spite of their fraternity, have been placed on ban on antebellum parties in prior years, meaning they knew what they were doing was wrong on some level and simply did not care. So, while it may be hard to grasp that parties with such problematic intentions would be held in this day and age, antebellum parties and similar celebrations remain fairly commonplace in certain parts of the South. As much as conversations about racism and America's struggling relationship to it have become mainstream, Confederate nostalgia is a trend that continues to plague Southern states, given the tendencies to brush off and dismiss criticisms as the result of oversensitivity or willful misunderstanding of their critics. It's hard to imagine this type of offensive mode of thinking of the past of any way can go away anytime soon. So basically, this party here, and you guys can see the pictures here. Black people would be slaves, and most antebellum parties are white. So that's to give y'all just a little bit of context. And honestly, it was wrong. Rachel has apologized, and she has done what she needed to do as the work for her, right? I think the reason why Chris Harrison got fired was because of the simple fact that who was doing this in 2018? Who was doing that in 2018? Like, dude, like and here's the thing, Rachel Lindsay, the person that you heard, Rachel Lindsay, she was the first black bachelorette. So you have the first black bachelorette talking to the host of the show that for over that length of time has never had a black lead. So back to the interview.
Stood for this. Guys, it's not really that woke that we're here. We need to have the understanding and the compassion of this history, what this stood for, what these people who own this mansion stood for. My guess, these girls got dressed up and went to a party and had a great time. They were 18 years old. Now, does that make it okay? I don't know, Rachel, you tell me. But where is this lens we're holding up? And was that lens available? And were we all looking through it in 2018? I don't know. I don't have these answers.
I think that's the problem is we weren't, you're right, we weren't looking through those lenses and we should have been. And just because it was a popular party, wrong. And just because it's a popular party, doesn't necessarily make it right. And you are right. And I believe you're right in the sense that, maybe there should be some, understanding of, like, not everybody knows everything, right? And I think that's what people are learning or learned in 2020 or started to learn. I think, though, with this situation, with Rachel, I think what's frustrating, and you said it yourself, you said she hasn't spoken out, you haven't heard from her, and there's nothing that contractually stops her from saying, hey, this isn't true. And I think if it were me, and my name was being attached to something that wasn't true, I would be coming out and saying something. I would be, and I think that's what makes it fester a little bit.
Yeah, but it's a slippery slope. I mean, you know this, you're not going to please everybody, and you can't answer to everybody who wants to come and attack you. I mean, I saw something that said this person was a registered Republican, therefore they are this. And I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Are you kidding? Like, how about we just take a step back and you are the problem. I know you don't think you're the problem, but now you are indeed the problem when you say this person voted for this person, therefore they are that. We have to be so careful when we start labeling people. It's just as bad as what that person did. And so, it's like, two wrongs don't make a right here. And when it comes to Rachel, I look at Hannah B and what she did. I look at people that have made mistakes. Again, I am not the woke police. There's plenty of people who will do that for us in this world right now. I don't know. Like, do you go tear all those places down and tear up the dirt and dig deep enough that it erases it? I don't know. When you see San Francisco erasing Lincoln and erasing Washington and erasing people, because of what they stood for 180 years ago. I don't know. Is that right? Is it wrong? The woke police is out there, and this poor girl, Rachel, who has just been thrown to the lions. I don't know how you are equipped when you have never done this before to be woke enough, to be eloquent enough, to be ready to handle this. And
so the thing with Chris Harrison in this, and I don't know, Rachel, the relationship on The Bachelor was Matt James could not be with her, but yet time had passed, and then now they're still together. I think they are still together. The thing is, Chris, people were tearing down those monuments because of the simple fact that it represent a time period where we were not respected. And so it's not trying to appease anybody, but it is letting people know that right is right and wrong is wrong. So I feel like, Chris here really wasn't his best, because usually he's very articulate, but I think a lot of people thought that he was defending Rachel Kirkconnell, in her past of these antebellum parties that were not of a period where Black people were included. So
my guess is this woman needs a little time. And this is, again, what we didn't give Hannah. It's what we didn't give anybody. We don't give people time to have some perspective, to try and drink this in for a second, see how this affects their life, and then speak on it. She will speak, my guess. And when she does, I'm going to hear her out. And if I disagree with her, if you disagree with her, then we can have our say. But I'm not sure why we are in such a hurry to throw this for one thing.
It's been 6 weeks. We've known these allegations have been attached to Rachel since Matt's season started, which was in January.
But when do you jump in? When is the time? And who is Rachel Lindsay? And who is Chris Harrison? And who is whatever woke police person out there? Who are you? And that's I've heard this a lot of, like, I think she should. I think he should. Who the hell are you?
Hey, what's up, everyone? Kelly Clarkson here, and I've got a new channel on SiriusXM.
So to tell a Black woman who would have been a slave back then, who the hell are you to tell a white woman of when she should speak out and say that this was wrong? And she was the first Black bachelorette on ABC. Okay, let's keep rolling.
It's just more of the affiliation, your name. Like, I would imagine, Chris, that you would be so enraged that someone is calling you something that's not true, or using an adjective on you that's not necessarily true, that you would write, speak out, say something. And I think that's more what people are.
Yes and no, though. Yes and no. And you get this too. I get this a lot. People drag me all the time. People troll me all the time.
They do.
And you know what's funny? I get trolled on both sides. Hollywood elite, Hollywood liberal. You're a Trumper. You're a conservative. I honestly get 50-50 trolled on how bad I am on both sides of the aisle, which is really hysterical for me. And so you can't fight that. You can't come out and fight it. And there is also, and it'll be interesting to see when she does speak, and I know she will, that when she does speak, what is the reaction? Because you will not please everybody. You're not going to cure this. There is not a way to unwind it. Now, I think she'll be able to give an eloquent enough reason for most reasonable people, but reasonable people aren't on social media, and that's who you're dealing with. And so, are you going to, cure this? Are you going to fix this to a point where people will say, okay, yeah, no, this girl really gets it. She's woke. She understands this. This is, the girl who really, we're going to give a pass to her. No, I've seen this movie. I know where it's going.
Well,
and so she would speak out, and I give her that.
So I think there are just some levels to it where, one, that we've seen problematic contestants before affiliated with the franchise. Rachel's not the first. So I think people have a...
Yes, he did. He said that they're reasonable people are not on social media.
Question of, will the franchise speak out and say something? Will she come out and say something? And then you have another level of the fact that she's dating a Black man, and it adds more complexity to it.
But where is that? So that's what that's interesting too. Is where is that in all of this? And so,
Hey, Castori, welcome in.
About speaking out or whatever, people look at this as if we're watching this live news story, and you're right. It has been 6 weeks, and it's going to play out even longer as long as Rachel is on the show, and that I think is important for people to watch this play out, because where is the narrative of her falling in love with Matt, and where is that in this social conversation we're having? And I love that you and I can have these conversations. You and I have these conversations all the time. And I love that we can debate and talk back and forth, and there's a respect and there's a love and there's a grace here. And that's why I love talking to you. The problem is when you are trying to react to something on social media, there is no grace. There is no understanding. There is, this person who wants to get their voice out there and just as loud as they can. And it does not matter what Rachel says or does. Where is it if she falls in love with a black man in all of this? I don't know. You tell me. I don't have these answers.
I want to hear from Matt. I would want to hear from Matt. I almost honestly would direct my questions to him. I would say, we know he likes her. We have no idea how this is all going to play out. But hypothetically speaking, if there's a hometown, if there's a fantasy suite and they have these questions, we don't know what Matt knew in that moment. But now we do know what he knows. I'd want to hear what he thinks, because he's the person who's directly involved within.
Well, and Matt, and I'm sure a lot of this stuff has come to light, during this, like most things. Matt did not dig into this person's history like this. And I've seen some stuff that they've dug up, and a lot of it too is taking a leap. It's like, okay, she was at this party, therefore in 2021, she is this. She did this back when she was in grade school, therefore she is this. And there is a leap there. And again, that's what social media is for. You could take that leap, you could type your little stuff, and then you compile it all together and you're like, whoa, this looks crazy to me. And again, they may be right at the end of the day. I don't know. I'm just going to give her the grace and the time to actually come out and speak. And then hopefully I'll even have a chance to debate her. And I know you will for sure. She'll go on Extra or go on your podcast, and hopefully you'll have a great talk with her. And I think a lot of people will look back at things they did. And I grew up in Texas in the 70s.
Sure.
There were games we played on the school ground that are not okay today. Yeah, we weren't woke in 1970. But we are learning, and I hope people have the understanding of, okay, now you look at it through a different lens. Like, okay, it's not just a pretty house. So where do we weigh this in history? Do we erase our history, or do we learn from it and try and take it from there? Again, I don't know where it lies. I don't know where the truth lies. I'm not, running for king of the United States of America to force my decree on everybody.
First of all, it's running for president. We don't have kings and queens here. That's Britain. So that was wrong, but okay.
But there's a lot of people that are, and I don't know. And hopefully it takes conversations like you and I will have, but people will watch this, and depending on how it's edited and how it's cut, are going to have a serious opinion on how I'm speaking. And of course, and luckily I've been around enough, I'm old enough that I know I'm compassionate. I know I have love. I know I have grace and understanding, and I'm still trying to learn. We all are, and you are. It's not like any group has the high ground on this and has it all figured out. There is no group out there that has it figured out. There's no group out there that has agreed on anything. We're all still trying to figure out where we all stand.
I just think, we'll know more when we hear from her, and I think people just want to hear from her. And I'm very curious to see I'm very curious to see what will happen. And will the show address it, or is this on Rachel?
No, it's not. Well, it's first on Rachel, and I think that is the most important thing. I don't think it is incumbent upon the Bachelor franchise to speak out on everything that everyone wants to hear about on social media, just because the toxic relationships or bullying or whatever. It's like, why hasn't the franchise talked about this? Why hasn't it talked about Rachel? We're not in the business of dealing with every problem that you have. That's not how this works. We don't have the time
I'm going to give my take on that
everything that people come up with on social media. What I do think is interesting is the show does push these social issues, and then we will talk about it on the Women Tell All. We do get into it.
Really?
Rachel was not there, and so we didn't get into the Rachel of it all. But Rachel will have her time to speak, And hopefully I will be there to have that debate with her, and I will push her. You know me well enough. I will push her. I will make it uncomfortable. I will try to hold her feet to the fire as much as I can. And then you guys can be the judge and the jury and figure where everything falls after that. And then she'll do her round of press, I'm sure. And so that is going to be how it goes. I don't think the show needs to speak before Rachel does. I don't think that's fair.
I agree with you. I really agree with you on that. I think this is on her, not necessarily the show.
Well, it puts her in a box. Whatever we say puts her in a box that now where does she go?
Right.
And that will dictate the course of action she has to take. And
Hang on,
that
Gaston, I'm going to catch you
in
up in
turn
just
make
a
this
second here.
insincere. So that's not fair. If I say something today of like Rachel is this or Rachel's not this, that determines where this conversation goes, and that's not fair for Rachel. I respect her enough to allow her the courtesy of time, and she can speak on her own.
Thank you for watching.
So,
Recorded.
so here's what happened, Castori. So Chris Harrison says that he's grateful that he left the Bachelor franchise on ABC. He was defending Rachel Kirkconnell, who went to an antebellum party, which was of the old South, of slavery, of white people coming together, and it just wasn't right. And so, you know, he said in 2018, those parties were fine in so many words. And so he was saying that he was grateful for the franchise because it gave him such a platform and financially made him secure. But there were other things that were uncomfortable for him. And he was talking to Rachel Lindsay, who was the first Black bachelorette. And to be honest with you, like, you can't sit up here and say that you're about love, but yet you're defending something that is not lovable. I'm sorry. Like, to say to the first, and not to mention, that's the first Black bachelorette on ABC, Rachel Lindsay. So you're saying to a Black woman that, who are you to say what's right and wrong when it comes to how Black people should feel? And you're interviewing with a Black woman. Okay, Chris. This is what you do. All right, man. Listen, that's all I have to say on it. Let's roll on. I'm fine now. It's still a little itch at the back of my throat. So I'm still here. I'm still giving y'all the topics, but it's just a little itch on the back of the throat. But I appreciate y'all being here. But when I make a commitment, I make a commitment. So let's roll on, because we're going from Chris Harrison defending that behavior and saying that he's grateful that he left The Bachelor because it wasn't healthy, to this. Oh, Lord Jesus, help me, Father God. Jermaine Jackson sued for alleged 1988 sexual assault, plaintiff forced to suffer for decades. Jermaine Jackson is accused of sexually assaulting a woman in or around spring of 1988, according to a new lawsuit filed by Rita Butler Barrett on Wednesday in Los Angeles County Supreme Court, obtained by the Post. The suit accuses the famed member of Jackson 5 of sexual abuse, sexual assault, sexual battery, negligence, and rape. Barrett claims the alleged assault happened in her home in 1988 when Jackson, 69, forced himself into the residence and sexually assaulted her with violence and force, and then left once he was satisfied. During the assault, plaintiff, a woman of faith, prayed to God for help. During the assault, plaintiff feared for her life, the suit reads. Barrett says she knew Jackson for years before the alleged assault. As her husband, Ben Barrett, worked with Motown Records founder Berry Gordy, who she believes was in a business and or arrangement relationship with Jackson at the time. So Jermaine Jackson was dating and married to Hazel Gordy. So Barrett claims that she reported the alleged assault to Gordy the next day, but he withheld and concealed the acts, which will prevent disclosure of information relating to the abuse for the purpose of profit and preservation of reputation. She says he did this so that he, the Jacksons, and the others in the business relationship were able to gain profits from Jackson career for years to come. The suit claims that the plaintiff has suffered severe emotional, physical, and psychological injury, including humiliation, shame, guilt, economic loss, economic capacity, and permanent emotional distress after the alleged incident. Jermaine L. Jackson Music Productions and Work Records are also named as co-defendants. The Post has contacted reps for Jackson to comment. Jermaine rose to fame alongside his brothers Jackie, Tito, Marlon, Michael as the Jackson 5. In 1969, the family produced Motown hits such as I'll Be There, I Want You Back, and ABC. Jermaine also had a successful solo career in the 1970s and 1980s, including Daddy's Home and Let's Get Serious. Y'all, it has been the year of woman this year with all the assaults that have come out and the lawsuits. And I think we need to see court documents. I know Mims will probably be on it very soon. I know Trending at some point will be on it soon. And, to me, to go into someone's house, now we're just going off of the information that they're giving us, but to go into someone's house and grape them until you're satisfied is uncouth, is disrespectful, and it's trash behavior. It absolutely is. And it seems to me that every time, that part right there, it seems like every time we wake up, it's another one and another one and another one. It just doesn't stop. So, of course, we need to see court documents because we need to know where the trail leads, but also, too, innocent until proven guilty. But yeah, I do believe women should be believed. Also, too, facts should play out because sometimes we get a little too ahead of the gun, and when we get too ahead of the gun, and that gun is shot mentally, you can't put the bullet back in the chamber. So, Lord. Okay, like, comment, share, subscribe, everybody. We are live on tour. So the next story we got for y'all, another SA. Lily, AT&T Lily faced sexual harassment online. Then she got a call of support from Progressive's Flow. I felt like there were people on my team. If you don't know the actor Milana Vayntrub by name, chances are high you recognize her face. Since 2013, Vayntrub has been the on-again, off-again star of many AT&T commercials as Lily, a jolly AT&T employee who has comedic interactions with customers. Vayntrub Lily was the face of a national AT&T campaign for 3 years before she took a hiatus and revived the character in 2020 for a series of pandemic-themed commercials. Vayntrub is the subject of a new profile from the New York Times in which she reflects on the highs and lows of her tenure playing Lily. She auditioned for the character as a 26-year-old. I dressed like I imagined a friendly girl would dress, and when the pandemic hit, Vayntrub herself quickly pitched Lily's return to AT&T. Per the Times, this time Lily will be working from home. AT&T greenlit the proposal. Vayntrub directed the spots herself. She filmed the national ads in her own house, recreating Lily's hair and makeup herself under the remote supervision of a professional. But stepping back into the national spotlight as the face of AT&T came with unexpected results, mainly online sexual harassment and unwanted attention from internet trolls. A few months into the reprisal, however, the tenor of Lily's and therefore Vayntrub's reception abruptly veered from benign tolerance to lecherous malviolence. The Times reports in the profile. In the summer 2020, seemingly overnight, one small but vocal corner of the internet fixed its gaze on Vayntrub and began referring to her by a new name, Mommy Milkers, a reference to her breasts. In a mass, people spam the comment sections of AT&T social media posts with lewd decorations and emojis of glasses of milk. Okay. We're live on tour. The jeering became inescapable for Vayntrub, bleeding into the comments of her personal social media accounts. Recent posts and years-old ones were targeted. Her personal photos were widely redistributed among strangers, spamming website, prominent access to the pornographic photos of her that didn't exist. The online sexual harassment got so extreme, Vayntrub took to Instagram Live in August of 2020 to call out. She disclosed at that time the harassment, including people making sexist comments to her and some of her followers asking her to send them nudes. Maybe it just has to do with person with being a person on the internet, or maybe specific to being a woman on the internet. Vayntrub explained at the time, but all these comments, it hurts my feelings. I'm hurting because I'm hearing it's bringing up like a lot of feelings of sexual assault. I am just like, I'm walking my dog, getting massage from people who have destroyed my pictures to get likes on their accounts. I'm not consenting to any of this. I do not want any of this. Amid the online sexual harassment, Vayntrub received a phone call of support from none other than Flo from Progressive actor Stephanie Courtney. Courtney told the Times that she has not experienced the kind of harassment that Vayntrub has been online, but Courtney saw the trouble Vayntrub was in and called her. Vayntrub told the Times that Courtney was a good listener and said Courtney call made her feel like there were people on my team. Despite the harassment, playing Lily for AT&T has given Vayntrub a career and a salary that has completely changed her personal life. When asked if the benefits of playing Lily outweigh the toxic downside, Vayntrub answers 100%. Head over to the New York Times website to read the profile of Vayntrub in its entirety. It comes to us from RightDay.com. I like what I like, right? But to go into a comment section on Instagram and say mommy milkers, and hey Colton, welcome in, to say mommy milkers, right? And for it to bleed into her personal comments is disrespectful. I feel like disrespectful has been the word this year, but it's very, very true. There is no way that as a grown man you should be in a woman's comment section commenting mommy milkers and disjointing her pictures, where she may go into a massage place trying to mind her own business, and you're like, oh, Lily, you're Lily from AT&T. Can you hook me up with that 5G data? Listen, I got 256 gig that'll ram you up. Like, really? This year has been the year of woman. And I will say this: with Me Too was happening with, Matt Lauer and Charlie Rose and all those people in media, R. Kelly. I feel like that was the first wave, because this wave here, it's nonstop. It's non-ceasing, and it's not going anywhere. But shout out to this young lady here. Shout out to Milana Vayntrub. Prayers for you. No woman should be experiencing that. And also, too, it just goes to show you how many people don't have a life. For you to sexually harass a woman on the internet, or someone that you will never meet, quite frankly, disrespectful. I can't. Whoo! Told y'all we're live on tour. So let's keep rolling on with the with this here. Advertisers will tune into streaming in 2024 as more services court brand dollars. So this comes to us from Deadline.com here. The Las Vegas trade show, CES, Consumer Electronics Show, kicks off the new year in gadget happy style, showcasing latest innovations, and that will sometimes defy the future. Alongside autonomous vehicles and 8K drone cameras at this year's January conference, something less tangible but significant as well will take up space: streaming advertising. Disney, which launched a ad support tier, Disney Plus, a year ago, and now fully owns veteran ad purveyor Hulu, will have a sizable presence, as well as players like Roku, Paramount Global, NBC Universal, and Amazon Netflix, which has entered the ad game just before Disney will have its first ever booth on the CES floor. One reason Why the streaming landscape has exploded the way it has is because streaming allows producers to take more of a chance. Mike Fisher, I'm executive director, investment innovation at media agency Giant Group M, interview with Deadline. The more big swings by talent, he reasons the greater viewer engagement, ergo more opportunities for brand messages. Digital platforms like TikTok may be searching, but there's nothing quite like the living room. In studies 25 years ago and studies today, TV is still the trusted medium for viewers to be served advertising. So, what I have to say about this story, I think it's a good thing that streaming has become such a good platform. Hello, we're streaming now live on YouTube. And I appreciate that Disney Plus, Hulu, ESPN Plus, Netflix, Max, BET Plus, there's so many of them, that they swing for the fences with content and they're not afraid with it because, for one, there's no limit. If you want to do a 20 episode series on a streaming platform, you can do that. You don't have to wait for each episode to come out on Friday. And I like it, but I hate it because there was something very magical about appointment time TV, where you sat around the living room with your family and friends and watched TV, or you had to get to your TV at 8 o'clock because it was coming on at 8 o'clock. You couldn't go to YouTube for the show right after. So I'm proud of the streaming industry. I think they need to open up the doors a little bit more and let other people in the door, because obviously we need new talent and we need new shows, but most of all, we need new energy for what can be in the world of entertainment. So there it is there. Now, this next story, y'all. Lord Jesus. Amy and TJ. Lord help. So TJ Holmes checks out for 2 days after argument with Amy Robach. We have to work through it. So TJ Holmes and his mistress Amy Robach are on the verge of a breakup. Media Takeout learned that TJ has been forced to take a break during their relationship at least once a week. The pair plan on going to couples therapy. In the latest episode of their Amy and TJ podcast, the former Good Morning America co-anchors discuss how they grapple, how they handle arguments or what they call hiccups, which happen about once a week. I am really, really bad at this. I don't scream, I don't yell, I don't do anything. I don't name call, I don't get aggressive, nothing, but I will check out. Holmes 46 explained, I don't need you to say I'm sorry. I don't need you to help me. I have to work through it. I'm trying to get better at doing it quicker. But when Amy does offer apology, TJ doesn't like how long she takes to do so. It drives me crazy. Why? Because I'm sorry comes 24 hours late. He continued. It's how you react in the moment that makes all the difference in the world, because in that moment we have a chance to go this way or that way. If you go that way, I'm out. I'm checked out for the day. Amy says that TJ usually checks out for around 2 days after argument. It's 2 days at least. I would like to have him yell at me rather than freeze me out for 2 days. It's like I don't know what to say, what to do, what he thinks. The couple added they are also now couples therapy to work through it. She's going 2 days a week. They will be together for a year. Listen, Amy and TJ, they did what they did at GMA, even though they say they were divorced. It wasn't cool the way it happened. You know what I mean? Because, for one, nobody should ever go through that. I'll put it like this: if you are a good man, if you are a good woman, you don't deserve to be cheated on. You don't. We all know what happened with Martell and Melody, and with the apartment. When that happened, she moved out because she thought her marriage was over. When you've done wrong, you deserve consequences. Just saying. So, yeah, I agree. That relationship did stand a chance, because you met at work, right? And doing what we do here in media, you do form bonds with people, right? However, the same token, the fact that both of y'all knew that y'all were married, it wasn't cool. It wasn't cool, because now you got to explain to your kids on why daddy is no longer here, because daddy wanted to be selfish and not investing in the relationship. So that's just me. Like, comment, share, subscribe, y'all. I know my voice is not really that energy, but there's a scratch in the back of my throat, so I am giving y'all the topics as best as I can. And I'm still here because I said I would be here at 6 o'clock. So yeah. So, By the way, y'all, I really do appreciate y'all. I've been seeing the subscriber count go up and up and up and up and up. I really do appreciate it. Like right now, we are at, let me see, 1,461 followers, and y'all, we are at 981 views for the Melody Cherie Brain Lee after show. So y'all, that video is almost at 1,000 views. Y'all have been putting it down on this channel, and I certainly love you, value, appreciate you for it. So, all right, let's get to it. This next story. Let's see here. So in this next story here, the Color Purple Broadway star wants royalties for new movie song lyrics. LaChanze, who won a Tony for playing Silly in The Color Purple on stage, tweeted that she wanted money for lyrics she claimed to have added to I Am Here. The Tony Award-winning actress LaChanze, who originated the role of Celie in The Color Purple on Broadway, claimed that she was not paid for her reported contributions to the lyrics of the new musical movie showstopping number I'm Here. I'm getting a lot of DMs and posts of why I've been left out of the press as the original Celie in The Color Purple musical. I am thrilled for the movie's success. Happy for all involved, the 60-year-old tweeted Tuesday. However, I want my royalty fee for the lyrics I added to I'm There. So the performer did not elaborate on what lyrics she says she added to the song, which serves as an emotional proclamation for the dependence of Celie, Fantasia Barrino in the movie, but later responded to a fan's tweet by saying that she poured her heart and soul into the role of Celie beginning in 2005 and reiterated that she was a huge part of why I Am Here for the stage production. According to I Am Here credits, LaChanze is not credited as a contributor on the song alongside writers Ellie Willis, Brenda Russell, and Stephen Bray. How a report has reached out to LaChanze as well as Warner Brothers Entertainment. So LaChanze initially won a Tony for playing Celie on Broadway with Barrino, joining a wealth of actresses who took part on the stage following LaChanze's departure from production. Also included Cynthia Erivo and Adriana Hicks. Barrino eventually reprised the role in director Bliss Washik big screen adaptation of the musical, which also welcomed supporting actress Danielle Brooke back to the Color Purple family, playing the role of Sophia, which she portrayed in the 2015 Broadway revival. Based on Alice Walker's 1982 novel of the same name, Color Purple follows Celia as she struggles to reconnect with her long-lost sister Nettie amid her marriage to an abusive man. Steven Spielberg first adapted the book into the Oscar-nominated 1985 movie starring Whoopi Goldberg as Celie and Oprah Winfrey as Sophia, both of whom returned to work on the 2020 production. Now, I'm just reading this as the story. Okay, I don't know if this is true or not because I haven't seen, but I am going to go see it. With Goldberg making a cameo toward the beginning of the movie, and Winfrey producing alongside the project, Winfrey producing the project alongside Spielberg. In addition to the positive critical reviews and award buzz for Brooks' performance in particular, The Color Purple made over $18 million at the domestic box office on opening day, ranking the second highest Christmas Day haul in movie history. Shout out to her for that. I think that's absolutely wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. To me, I think that it's only fair that she get the rights to her lyrics, right? If you wrote lyrics to a song and it's in the movie and you know those are your lyrics, all you gotta do is show the proof. And I think that's a blessing and a curse of social media, that you can put out things and shut down things, so you can put out things and it causes a fire. So those are your stories. I'm gonna turn off my camera. I know that, well, I'm gonna get to at least an hour, and then I'm gonna turn off the camera because I try to stay on for at least a full hour. You know what I mean? But I am gonna drop the link if you guys want to come up, because I know that you guys have a lot to say and I have a lot to hear. And sorry about my voice. I was fine yesterday. That's the crazy thing. I was absolutely fine. I think it just may be a cold, honestly, because there were other people saying that they had a cold as well. So we'll get through it, as we often do. But I don't get sick often. I really don't. So let me put in, hey, pin message there. So yes, indeed. There. I hope you guys are enjoying your night tonight. Y'all, I did 2 shows for y'all today, one at 11 and one right now. I am gonna go ahead and turn off the camera. I was gonna try to do 10 minutes, but like I cannot. Oh my lord. Allows me to rest a little bit more. But yeah, those are your topics there. So Chris Harrison, Jermaine Jackson, Milana Vayntrub, streaming industry, Amy and TJ, and LaChanze. So if you want to come up, feel free to come on up. I would love to hear from you on any of these topics. And yeah, welcome in. Glad to have y'all here. Oh, my Lord Jesus. My Lord, my Lord, my Lord, my Lord.
Oh.
Turn this down here. Sorry, y'all. Oh, my Lord Jesus. Oh, man. So y'all ready for tomorrow? Because tomorrow's the season finale of Love and Marriage Huntsville. I'm hoping my voice will be better for that because Lord Jesus, the after show, I give a lot of energy. You heard, a lot of energy. So yes, indeed. And then of course the Queen T with GG9, Talk with Slime, my main man Q. We will be live at 3:05 talking about the finale of Ready Love Make a Move, and then yeah, Sunday will be Sunday I'll be at work, and then I'll be here hanging out with y'all at 9:00, and then I'll be in the Oz Collab at 10. So we got a lot to do Sunday, so should be fun. Should be fun. Like I said, if y'all want to come up, feel free. I am right here just chilling out with y'all. So I appreciate y'all very much. Oh man. I'm so sorry, y'all. Like I really am trying with my voice. I don't know what happened. I was fine yesterday, and then I woke up this morning. I had an itch in the back of my throat. Let's see, Brain. That first story got me in my feels, but it sounds like you need to shut down, rest your voice for tomorrow's live. Yeah, I know. I need to rest. I know. But listen, I'm. You see how I pace myself, though, right? You see how I pace myself, so I'm not really going ham too much. So if you do comment, I will comment back. I'm just pacing my voice. So I appreciate your revelation. I really, really do. It's just been crazy this year, honestly. It really has been. And yeah, Chris Harrison, that first story, it really did get on my nerves too, because I'm just like, why are you even speaking out, bro? Like, dude, you're not the host of The Bachelor anymore. You know what I mean? And to be honest with you, like, dude, just move on. You know what I mean? And Lauren and Chris Harrison do have a podcast. I listened to the podcast, and to be quite honest with you, I really just felt that for Chris to do what he did with the first Black Bachelor, it was uncouth, it was wrong, and everything in between. I was going to try to play a video for y'all, but hang on. There is a show called Unreal. Let me see if I can find it. It's called Unreal. Lifetime. Oh, absolutely. It really did sound like he was defending himself at that point. Absolutely. Without question. Let me see here. Is this the one? Let me see. I'm gonna let y'all hear what the show is. because this was a good show. No, let me see. I'm trying to see what season that was of Unreal. Unreal Lifetime. Because there was like the first Black Bachelor on Unreal. Let's see. Let me see here. I think it was season 4. Let me see. Let me see here. Hang on, let me go back. Because I remember, no, that's season 1. No. Let me see. Season 3. Dr. Simon. Hang on, y'all. Please forgive me. BJ Britt. Okay, BJ Britt is season 2. Hang on. Let me find the season 2 trailer. Season 2. Okay. Let me see here. Okay, here is the preview here of Unreal.
Hey guys, how about we make a TV show?
Are you ready? Welcome. This season 2. Furious back. He's black, and you want him dating white girls.
Hopefully he's going to be making deep, dark, nasty love to them too.
Let me make sure I got this right. I live here, and I'm on camera 24 hours a day.
Yeah. We don't solve problems, we make them and point cameras at them. Her fiance died a year and a half ago.
Ask her, did you kill him?
Call the Emmys, baby! Money, dick, power, right? Yeah, money, dick, power. I promised the network suicide ratings, and we need to deliver. In the right situation, she could explode. It's perfect. Put Brandy in the hole. You can't lock me in here! Going for the kill. Barracuda! Yeah, I am so hard right now!
The two of you together are terrifying.
Thank you.
So it is a really, really good show. One of my all-time favorite shows. So basically, it's about this show called Everlasting, and it's a spinoff of. So Everlasting is a dating show like The Bachelor and Bachelorette. So basically, it takes you behind the scenes. So when you heard that network executive saying that he's black and you want him to love white women. Y'all, I wish the show was still on TV. That was one of my all-time favorite shows. I think the series, they say season 1 is on Hulu. So yeah. So it's a really, really good show, but it's called Unreal. Just type that in and you guys will see it. But yeah, Unreal is a very, very good show. Very, very good show. I think it won a couple of Emmys. Yeah, so Unreal's a very, very good show. Very, very good show. And yeah, there's no, and listen, I'm not saying that black people have to be, I'm not saying that black people have to be the solution for everything, but it would help if we had more black hosts on TV. You know what I mean? Because that would definitely help out the culture. That would definitely help out, I'm trying to think, that would help out culture. That would help out production. But most of all, would just help out really everyone, because you don't have to worry about a black host being racist. Because guess what? They're black. They understand responsibility of it. You know what I mean? So, but that's just me. But yeah, that story there with Chris Harrison talking about, was it did they do this in 2018? It's like, dude, it doesn't matter. Should not have happened at any time. You know what I mean? So that's just me, though. That is just me. Thank you all so much. 3 people in the building. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Glad to have all of you here in the building. Yes, indeed. We are here just chilling out. Glad to have you here. Voice is the voice right now, but I'm just trying to pace myself and breathe. You know what I mean? So my voice is here. It's not where it needs to be, but I did say that I would do a show at 6:00, and so I'm here. I'm doing it well. I thank you to all the new subscribers. Welcome into the family. Because like, what am I listening to? Oh, yeah, I know, Castoria, I know. 5 people in the building. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. We are live on tour. You saw the thumbnail of all the topics. If there's any topic that you guys want to talk about, feel free to click the StreamYard link and come on up or participate in the live chat. I am here. Hey, welcome in, Phyllis. Glad to have you here. We are just here chilling. My voice is not really my voice right now. I do have a voice, but I'm pacing myself, so I'm not really giving all the energy that I normally give. But yeah, I definitely am going to do that. I got me some Theraflu because I had like this itch in the back of my throat. And it's still kind of there, but we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I at least wanted to come through and do a show for y'all, because when I say I make a commitment, I really am about my commitments. You know what I mean? So yeah, let me get the Daily Motivator up for you guys. And yes. What tea did you mention? Because I was looking it up earlier, and I was going to get some Theraflu. And then I saw some nighttime stuff. I was just like, well, what if I don't want to make it? You know what I mean? But I feel like I probably should get up and go get the Theraflu, the packet, to make that and stuff. And so, it's just, oh, Lord Jesus. Like, why? Why is sickness an actual thing in the world? Don't understand it. Well, let me see here. Peppermint or ginger? Okay. Peppermint or ginger. Okay, let me screenshot that or take a picture of that. Yep. Got it. Yeah, I know. I probably need to go back and get the packets of Theraflu. And just see what it is there. But yeah, I definitely am. I'm just chilling. I didn't want y'all to feel that I failed y'all at all. Not that y'all my bosses or anything, okay? But with all the new subscribers that are coming to the channel, I wanted to show y'all that when you make a commitment, you honor your commitment. I said I was going to do a show at 6, and I've done the show at 6. You know what I mean? I try my very best to honor y'all, because y'all take time out of your busy schedules and your lives, and you take your energy away from other things just to be here with me, and it's not lost on me. You know what I mean? So I hope I did a good show, and I think I did a good show tonight. We went from a white man trying to tell a black woman what to do to a black woman claiming her rights with her ownership in music. So I hope I did my job tonight. As I often do, I will say this is probably one of the most diverse channels on YouTube that you will probably ever see. You know what I mean? It is I try my very best to be there for y'all, because I know that so many times in life, life can get to us. It can beat us down. It can make us feel like there's no silver lining. And I know I can't provide the silver lining, but I hope I do showcase a diverse range of stories to let you know that, hey, the world is still spinning. I mean, it may be in a messed up state as it's spinning, but it's still spinning. And there are good things here. So I appreciate each and every one of y'all for being here. It really does mean the world to me, more than you guys know. There's no words to describe how I feel. with y'all. So 5 people in the building. Thank you all so much. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. Phyllis Crawford, thank you for being here. Revelation, thank you for being here. I even texted my mom and she said feel better. So that's all you can do. Colton James, thank you for being here. Yeah, I think that's everybody. Let me see where Chef Don is right now, because he was at 9,500 something subscribers today. And he's 1,000 away from going to 10K. Okay, so y'all, so I need to get off then. Y'all gonna have to type in all caps to tell me to get off, because y'all know how I am. I'm like a preacher. I got one more thing to tell you, then I got 5 more things, because y'all know how much I want to make sure that y'all have a good show and that you have good energy and that you've been invested in and all that good stuff. So, oh Lord. Okay, all right. Can I at least read the Daily Motivator for y'all? Can I at least do that? Because y'all know we don't end no show without some motivation, some inspiration. Can I at least do that? Let me get it up for y'all. Let me get it up. So I can do it. Not the laughing emoji. Not the laughing emojis. Yes, indeed. All right, let me get the Daily Motivator for you guys, and then we'll get on out here, all right? Let me see. All right. To fill the hour that is happiness, Ralph Waldo Emerson. It's time for the Daily Motivator for Friday, December 29th, 2023. Opportunity for action. Now's your opportunity to do what must be done. Make good and profitable use of the opportunity. The opportunity decreases every moment it is not utilized. Eventually, it is gone for good. Before that happens, do something worthwhile with the opportunity for action. Transform the best of what can be into the reality of what is. You have the means and the ability right now to solve a problem, to attain a goal. You can improve or sustain life in a specific, meaningful way. Don't just sit there. Don't let the moment pass. Get up and get something good done. Every opportunity for action is destined to either become an achievement or regret. Avoid the regret and claim the value by putting forth whatever effort is called for in the moment. I feel like y'all gonna say my opportunity for action is, Bray, don't you go through your 3 things. Give one thought and go. Y'all gonna be like a mama and a dad, Bray. We love you. We love you, but you gonna do this one damn thing. Hey, Patricia Ellis Robin, welcome in. Glad to have you here. It's good to see you. Glad to have you here. By the way, shout out to trending at some point. Uppity Tea Talk with your girl. I don't know if Melody's been through the Gossip Girls yet, but she's been going around different content creators, dropping in on them. I do believe in time that she'll come by, and I do believe in time that she'll come through and drop in on your man, your friend, and family member. Even she did tonight. I was staying on just a little bit for Melody, you know what I mean? But I feel like Melody would be like, now this is not the Braylon I met on Instagram Live. Go rest, sweetie. Go rest. It's okay. I'm still in your corner. But I'm gonna go through my 3 things. I believe she is resting. So my 3 things. For one, opportunity for action. Opportunity for action really comes through your mindset. Life is more mental than anything else in this world. If you don't believe life is mental, something is definitely wrong with you. Number 2, every opportunity for action that you receive, sometimes you can say no. No is a whole sentence, and sometimes saying no is actually protection. And the final thing, when it comes to opportunity for action, it really allows you to break the barriers off of you. I think we all have strongholds. We all have safety, mental security blankets, and we also have reflections of what could be. But I promise you this: the only time that opportunity is ever going to be for action is if you make action happen. So, with that being said, that is our show today. I know I normally will stay up here for like an hour, 30 minutes. If you guys want to stay here and chat up in the live chat, feel free. I'm going to be on silent. And don't worry. I know what you guys are probably thinking. Brown, are you going to be doing the after show tomorrow? Yes, I am, because it's the season finale, and also too, Saturdays Ready to Love. And don't worry, the 901 videos will be there. Okay, just Braylon always comes through. That's one thing I pride myself on. He always comes through. So it will be done. Just give me some love, grace, and space, as I often say. So with that being said, it is time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say you weren't born special, because you were always born a blessing. And trust you may not be where you want to be. By the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Wise one thing, call yourself. It's another thing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I spend time with you. You spend time with me. Hopefully by spending time together, we're going to be great together. And always remember, where you're doing radio, television, YouTube, living your best life, or you are still coming through for people, because they are not giving up on you, as these amazing people have. Make sure the replay is not just for you for watching, not just for you to listen to, but for you want to experience it again. I love you. I value. I embrace you all. Receive love. You gotta give it, or receive love. You gotta give it, or receive love. You gotta give it. Wherever obstacles you have overcome, wherever successes you have achieved on this particular day, I'm extremely proud of you. But if no one else is proud of you, be proud of your damn self. You understand me? And y'all, like I said, from my heart, thank y'all. All the new subscribers that are coming through, however you are finding me, I appreciate you. And one step at a time, for sure. Let me, because I did say where Chef Don was on his number. Hang on. Because I do believe he's going to get to 10K. I really, really do. Hang on, let me see. Chef Don. He's at 9,500. He's at 9,052 subscribers. By the way, I just want to say this before I go. There was a situation earlier where I believe some men and women just lack intelligence. They lack character and responsibility. If you have the black audacity, the black poxy, the black imagination to say what someone else is not doing, but yet you went through a similar situation, but yet it gets flipped back around on you, you throw a tantrum like a little girl that will never grow up to be anything important. Don't get mad when somebody calls you out. Just say, you know what? You're right. I don't know what they're doing. I should be taking care of my own house. That happened earlier today. I was very cool. Because guess what? At this point, I'm rising to my higher that's waiting for me. Y'all see the love that's coming to the channel. And I just had to get that out, because I'm just like, really? This is what we're doing? This is what we're doing? So if you guys do want to stay in the live chat and just talk to each other, feel free. I am going to put on the fireworks and mute up so I can rest my voice. And I'm probably going to give me some tea as well. So I don't think I have any tea at the house, I don't think. But anyway, I'll look around and see. But yes, enjoy the fireworks for the day that was, for the day that's coming, for the blessings that are on the way for you, me, and everybody. I will be back here tomorrow night, 9/8 Central. And of course at 3:05 p.m. as well. One love, much love, all love. Like I said, participate in the live chat. I will still be here. I'm just letting the fireworks play because your man needs to rest his voice. One love, much love, all love. Good night, everybody.